going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
I'm downstairs. What you mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I'll be on top of things.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
down at the 25. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring it down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Corral hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Corral going to sneak it. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
2nd down and goal. Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Now a handoff up the middle. Tatum, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Corral looking to pass. Second down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. For Marshall, that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Falcons 0.
First down, Tatum. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Tatum. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Corral looking to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Falcons 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The Falcons at 11-5 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
First down, Panthers.
Right back to him on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometime.
Touchdown, Carolina! Quez Watkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Panthers 21, Falcons nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but...
And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the 1 play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now on 2nd and 13. Corral wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Corral. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Touchdown, Panthers. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set. Set, hut.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on fourth down. Shoves him aside. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 103 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 35 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Corral. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from going up by 30. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the... Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Tatum 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw, Corral.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Corral.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Here's Corral on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. There's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2nd and 13. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Into the hands of London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. He's got room at the 30. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Down. Double 38.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this